Hi everyone, it's Jen again. Hope you're all having a good week. Welcome to February. January was a little bit rough for me since I wasn't feeling that hot. Hopefully I'm turning a corner, and I'm hoping that my persistent cold is on the mend. Today I'm going to be doing a let's play of Catnapped. It's a game by my friends Raspberrybell and Ekkoberry, and I'm super excited to be playing it because I love these guys' work. Let's just get into it. I think this was for the Fairy Tale Jam, and I'll be leaving a link in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. We've got the menu screen here. Very adorable. Cute little chibis. They look so squishy. Love the art style. Let's get started. On a small balcony at the base of the Lettuce Palace stands a princess of a different land, the Cat Princess, and her servant. After much effort, they have snuck their way into the grounds of the palace undetected. Rover, I must tell you, I am such a genius. I am the biggest, brainiest cat princess to ever live. I love this expression. Of course, Your Highness. What a clever and ingenious plan. What exactly are we doing here again? To capture the Lettuce Princess, of course. To let us snap her. How terrible, Your Highness. Let us hope everything goes according to plan. Yeah. No, how clever, Rover. That's how you get ahead in my books. Now help me through this window. Of course, Your Highness. Heave-ho. What could possibly go wrong? These guys seem very competent. The princess enters through the window with a loud crash. Rover looks for a way to follow Her Highness, but cannot see an easy entrance. Princess, how do I enter the castle to assist you? No need. Your service is no longer needed for this mission. I'll see you back at the castle with the princess. If that's your wish, my lady. He gives a low bow upon rising. She is nowhere to be seen. This feels pretty irresponsible. Can I wait for her outside? Surely someone will notice me standing around eventually. Oh well, I don't want to get in trouble for disobeying a princess's command. I guess I'll check out the local sites while I'm here. The cat princess runs down the palace halls in search of her victim. Lettuce Princess, where are you? I demand you come out right this instant. Patricia, what are you doing here? Oh, they're so cute. You're going to be kidnapped, my fellow highness. Kidnapped? This is news to me. It is the news I have come here to personally deliver. I'm also doing the kidnapping, and I will not leave empty-handed. Did you come alone? You climbed through the window all by yourself? Yes, you see, I am so powerful I don't need any help in pulling off such a dastardly deed. It's quite impressive, don't you think? Very. So, do I have time to pack my things before we leave? I suppose if you absolutely positively must. I'll make sure to be quick. Good, yes, before anyone else shows up and ruins my plans. The cat princess's servant finds himself in a small village on the outskirts of the palace. Something here about vegetables here, no fish, nor mice. Such a shame. I should have expected as much. Serves me right, heading out on Her Highness's whim like that. A visitor from the cat kingdom. What brings you to our little nation? I like how her hair are like carrots. Just felt like a holiday. The countryside is such a lovely place to unwind. Say, if I had a problem only a hero could solve, who should I seek out in this place? That would be the fabled rabbit hero, Aesop. He lives at the edge of the village up on the hill. Nice to have a fabled hero living with you. He's solved many problems, is the inspiration behind many stories. He's amazing. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to pay him a visit. I hope the misfortune that's befallen you passes quickly. Pardon? Heroes are rarely sought for good reasons. Thank you. I'm more trying to take preventative measures, though. Don't worry about me. It's not me with the problem here. You guys are now missing a princess. Anyways, you sell carrots, right? Yes, of course. I like how the castle is a lettuce-shaped castle too. I just noticed that. And then we have a carrot tower house hut. The servant finds a small hut on the edge of the town. He circles the perimeter a few times, unsure if he has the correct location. This looks like the place. Rather homely. Doesn't give the most intimidating first impression. Hello? Anyone home? A visitor. What do you want? Are you Aesop, the legendary hero? I don't know about legendary, but yes, that's me. The servant clapped his hands in exaggerated delight. Great, your assistance has been requested at the palace. The lettuce princess needs me for something? You could say that. Not to worry, but you should probably head to the palace at your earliest convenience. Then I will leave at once. Good, good. Okay, see you. He bows before disappearing. What's a cat delivering a message on behalf of the lettuce princess? Strange. Meanwhile, the kidnapped lettuce princess is en route to the cat castle with the cat princess. No! My dastardly scheme has succeeded. Aren't you impressed by this carriage? Isn't it so luxurious? It's very comfy, yes. Thank you for the window seat. The view is gorgeous. Not a problem. You see, I'm very accommodating and beautiful, as you are now learning. Perhaps during your time being kidnapped, we could look at a more gorgeous view, like a walk or a picnic. Do I have a choice in the matter? Well, I wouldn't force you if you really didn't want to, but I thought it might be a nice idea. I'd love to, Patricia. Excellent! The cat princess stands up in her seat. Carriage driver, I must implore you to go faster. I must get home at once. Yes, your highness, right away. Oh, I don't mind the more gentle ride. The vegetable kingdom knows for its natural sights. A gentle ride gives us more time to enjoy the view, does it not? Ah, yes, of course. What a brilliant idea, your highness. Truly a princess who enjoys the little things, much like myself. Never mind, carriage driver. You must instead go slower. Slower. Yes, your highness, right away. The little rabbit sneaks into the palace and looks for traces of the missing lettuce princess. Being a great hero, this task was a simple one. Excuse me. As he had been there many times before. Your Highness? Hello? A strange cat told me you called for me. As he wanders further, he stumbles upon a piece of paper stamped with the princess's seal. A letter? To whom finds this letter? The cat princess has decided to relocate me to her castle for a little while. Please do not panic. I'm not in any immediate danger. However, I would like rescuing at your earliest convenience. Yours truly, Princess Valerie. Aesop almost drops the letter in surprise. She's been kidnapped? It's truly terrible, isn't it? He looks very upset. He looks very sad. Whatever is the hero to do. The cat princess's servant almost seems to appear out of thin air. You're that weird cat from earlier. Did you have a hand in this? Hand over Princess Valerie right now. Do I look like I have her? The letter says she's with the cat princess right now. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. How am I supposed to trust anyone from the cat kingdom when your royalty's behind a kidnapping? Well, do you know where the cat kingdom even is? What about how to sneak into the cat castle unnoticed? I'll figure it out along the way. Be a lot easier with a guide, you know. I'm a great hero, I don't need any help. Well, suit yourself. I know when my help isn't welcome. Love these expressions, they're so cute. The rover spins around dejected at the refusal of his help. I guess I'll just have to head home. Which is north of here, by the way. In the cat kingdom. He bows politely before disappearing as quickly as he had appeared. Good luck, hero. Shortly after arriving home, the evil cat princess subjects Lettuce Princess to a tour of the cat castle. She wanders around in a pattern only she understands, Valerie being dragged behind her as she goes. Eventually, most locations in the castle are covered. So much like a cat. And with that, we are back at the main hallway. That was quite the tour, was it not?
Thanks for showing me around. I appreciate it.
We end the tour at the most important place. Here will be your chambers. She points to the last door left unexplored, just off the main hallway. Actually, you can have the entire wing if you'd like. Aren't I generous?
Are there any rules on where I can go and cannot go? Where I can and cannot go?
Well, I must ask, dear Lettuce Princess, that you do not attempt to escape without my permission. That would be the whole point of you being kidnapped if you could just leave all willy-nilly, you see. You are free to roam around, though, preferably with me by your side. And if you get hungry, I will make you a snack.
That's very kind of you, thank you. I don't suppose we could have some tea?
Tea? Yes, I believe that is a beverage of sorts. A wonderful idea. Do you want some right now? Aw, she looks sad.
If it's not too much trouble.
Then I will go make tea right away for us to drink and such. Please, right here. The little rabbit reaches the northern edge of the village and stares at the dense forest ahead of him. According to the weird cat, the cat kingdom is in this direction. That is, if his words are true. All the villagers have warned about this forest, but I don't have any carriage money. The forest does not reply to his gaze. It stands inviting him in, almost calling his name in the rustle of its leaves. Finding his resolve, he steps to meet it. If this is the way I must go, then I'll do it. That's what a hero does. Without a moment wasted, he forgoes the safety of the vegetable kingdom and enters the forest. Back in the castle, Princess Patricia is rummaging through the kitchen's extensive pantry. Tea. Tea. I know what tea is. I know how best to make tea unlike anyone has ever seen. The best tea in all of the land. I need hot water and some kind of substance to put in the hot water. Yes, I believe those are the required steps. She finds the teapot and fills it with water before placing it onto the stove. Perfect, yes. It's all going according to plan. I will heat up the hot water to the hottest it will go. That way the tea will be the best. Now just... The cat princess grabs the hot metal with her usual hubris, only to find the kettle is searing hot. She drops the kettle on the floor in shock and it bounces across the tile. Realizing her mistake, she slumps on the floor, defeated. Hearing the crash, Valerie comes running.
Are you okay, Patricia? I heard a loud crash.
She sees the cat princess in her pathetic state, surrounded by a puddle of water. Sad wet cat. Horrible news, my dear Valerie. The tea has been thwarted. But not by any outside opposition, but by myself. I made such a mess of things. Losing the last bit of her composure she had, Patricia begins crying with deep, heavy sobs. I ruined the tea. I'm so sorry.
Not at all, Patricia. I'm sure we can fix this. First, let me go get something to mop this up with.
Dodging the pools of water, she searches the kitchen for something absorbent. After dealing with the kettle and the spillage, Valerie patiently walks Patricia through all the steps necessary to make tea. Before long, they have their drinks. After much reassurance and a fresh pot of tea brewed, the cat princess is back in high spirits. They sit together in the sunroom, enjoying the afternoon rays. You know, I'm quite partial to a bit of catnip in hot water. That suffices as tea, does it not? Normally I subsist on carbonated drinks, though. That's when Rover isn't looking. Speaking of which, he should be back home by now. I wonder where he's gotten to.
I'm not fussy. Seeing a mammal such as yourself enjoy our exports makes me happy. Any tea is perfectly good.
Yes, wonderful. I will continue to have such a drink if it pleases you. I'll import enough for the whole continent to try the vegetable kingdom's many teas.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Back in the forest, Rover finds Aesop wandering around without a clear direction. Rover studies him for a while and determines it's the time to intervene. What's this? A little rabbit lost deep in the forest? I'm just investigating all options like a good hero does. For all I know, the princess has escaped and is running through the forest back to me. If I intercept her, she will suffer less than if she had to run all the way back to her place. I don't think Her Highness will let that little ball of lettuce out of her sight. I don't trust your words. You're a cat after all. Stereotyping now, are we? The cat princess, the villain of this tale, who is who your loyalties lie with. So for that reason, you are currently the enemy. I cannot trust you. Loyalties lie with. I don't know if I go as far as to say that. Whatever the case, I will save Her Highness, the lettuce princess, from the cat's clutches. Tough to do such a thing while going in the wrong direction. Little rabbit hero hesitates for a moment before continuing on the direction he judged was best. Suit yourself. I guess I'll keep watch a little longer. This is far more entertaining than heading back to the castle. As the sun begins to go down, Valerie begins to yawn more and more. Patricia takes note and decides enough is enough for today. Well, if it suits you, I think it's time to retire for the evening.
Thank you. It's been a long day after all. All this excitement has worn me out.
And I have been the creator of such excitement. I'll be the creator of much more tomorrow, too. She takes the lettuce princess to the main hall just outside her designated room. Here you go. You can rest up here. I would advise against sneaking out in the middle of the night. The princesses need their beauty sleep. Terrible for your circadian rhythm, or so I have been told. Oops, I misread that. Terrible for your cicada rhythm, or so I've been told.
Circadian rhythm, Your Highness?
Yes, that's what I said, you see?
My apologies. I think I must just be getting extra tired. Retiring for the night sounds like a wonderful idea.
If anything goes wrong, my door's always open, yo. You remember where it is, don't you?
Yes, but I think I should be okay for the night. Thank you.
Very well. Have blessed dreams. Tomorrow I will begin work on our grand picnic activities. Princess Valerie curtsies deeply before closing the door to her room behind her. As the day begins to turn to night, the rabbit grows concerned over his prospects of exiting the forest before it gets truly dark. His will unshaken, he continues to look for clues as to the correct direction, and finds something orange out of the corner of his eye. Carrot. What's one doing all the way out here? He walks a little further ahead and sees another on the ground. How strange. Might be a trap. Someone marked the way through the forest to guide me. I can't waste any more time. I suppose I'll have to trust it. How could carrots lead you wrong? The trees begin to thin. As he exits the forest, he spots a campfire in the distance. Rover has set up camp, 2 tents and a small fire. Finally found your way out, I see. I'd offer something to eat, but I think we have pretty different palates. You've set up camp. Do you plan on exhausting yourself walking all through the night? Through a bog? The letter said, "Nearest convenience, did it not? I don't think it's very convenient to go without sleep." Aesop is suspicious, but his exhaustion overwhelms his reason, so he accepts the cat's help. He retires to one of the tents and falls asleep as soon as he lays down. Patricia curls up in her grand bed full of many pillows and falls fast asleep. She has lettuce on her bed. This night, she dreams of a very special dream. In this special dream, she sees a vision of herself dressed in white. Light pouring from stained glass windows illuminating the grand hall filled with decorations and flowers. All the people of the land have gathered to celebrate on this great day. She strides down the long carpet, up on a small set of steps, and there she sees the most beautiful sight she has ever seen. There stands Valerie, also dressed in white, wearing the most beautiful dress with a large train. Patricia is handed a bright green ring and slips it onto Valerie's finger, and the crowd cheers. Patricia leans forward for a kiss, and then the dream ends. Aw, how sweet! The birds perched in the surrounding trees sing their morning song and stir the sleeping Aesop. He comes to. He remembers the urgency of his mission and sits up, rejecting the comfortable embrace of the sleep any longer. He exits his tent and finds the campfire smoldering, and the other tent empty. The cat is nowhere to be found. I wonder where he's run off to now. No matter, I set off on my journey once more. He contemplates the state of the campfire, and if it's okay to leave everything as it is, decides the princess's rescue is far more pressing. As he treks down the path, the ground beneath him turns wetter, squishier. An earthy humidity about the air grows in strength. I guess this is the bog the cat mentioned. This is by far the furthest out I've ever been from home. But for the princess, I will prevail. He quickens his pace, his boot muddying as he runs. The cat princess wakes up with a stretch. That was a good sleep. I feel most rested, yes. Now for another wonderful day with... Wait. Patricia suddenly remembers her dream. That's right. I had a vision. A vision of the future came to me in my dreams. She scrambles out of bed and rushes to her mirror. As clear as day I saw it, mine and Valerie's wedding. It was as grand as I presumed, and we looked so lovely. I was motivated before, but now I have been touched by divine energy. I am now a prophet, and I must start planning accordingly. She begins to pace around her room. I must plan today perfectly. Yes, I will start planning my envisioned day right here and now. I wish I had this kind of confidence. For the picnic, we can start with a delicious meal, and then once I have the lettuce princess in my grasp, I should impress her with some poetry. Surely if I can pick the right words and put them in the right order, she'll have no choice but to marry me. So the princess began to struggle to string together a simple sentence. She walks over her writing desk to give it her best shot. Roses are red, lettuce is green. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. That's so adorable, oh my god. Where's my praise? Rover? Oh, right. He's not here right now. Maybe something more eloquent. Dearest Valerie, you are the most lovely princess, aside from myself, that I have ever laid eyes upon. You remind me quite fondly of Catnapped. You also create the desire in me to roll around on the floor. Being a little too forward. So difficult, especially having to write it alone. She throws down her quill and paper and goes back to pacing around her room. I will try again when the mood strikes me. I have much to think about, yes, lots and lots of thoughts to be thought. For now, I should attend my dear guest. I wonder if she's awake by now. Patricia finishes getting ready and then waltzes down the hall to meet Valerie. She's already wide awake, sitting in the sunroom. As Patricia lays eyes upon her, she is captured by her beauty. Her slight transparency in the sun appears to make her glow. Patricia's caught off guard, and so Valerie begins a conversation between them. Such a lovely sunroom. I really like it here. It was built by the very best. I use it mostly to have my afternoon naps, you see. A great castle fit for at least one princess, perhaps even more than one.
Are you familiar with the process of photosynthesis?
Photo what, your fellow highness?
I draw a lot of my energy in the morning from the sunlight, so a location like this is just wonderful.
How magical! By comparison, I do believe I'm quite weak to the sun. It has immense power over my ability to stay awake in the afternoon. Quite perplexing. It seems to happen the most in this room, so I avoid it if I must be busy. Have you had breakfast?
Oh yes, your servants are quite accommodating.
Wonderful. Yes, they're my servants, so naturally they are the very best. They know how to treat a princess such as yourself. I must also continue to uphold a high level of service and accommodation, so I take my leave for a short while. I must begin on the greatest picnic there have ever been, or dare I say, the greatest picnic that will ever be.
Would you like some assistance?
No, not at all. I must keep my ways a secret, you see. I need to surprise you with the contents of such a picnic.
If you must. I'll wait here then. I'm excited to see what you'll come up with.
Yes, of course. She disappears down the hall before the picnic-making pressure gets to her too much. Swampy terrain is beginning to take its toll on the little rabbit. Thickness of the mud, the humidity of the air, all contributing to the slowing of his step. Fully enveloped in the haze of this environment, he once again finds himself lost. This place is playing tricks on me. I swear I was just on the path but a moment ago. After some wandering, he spots a distance, what looks like a small house. Unsure where else to go, he pushes on to investigate. Back in the castle kitchen, Patricia begins preparing her magnus opus meal. On to preparing the most delicious picnic. The contents of the lunch will determine Valerie's entire opinion of me. I already have the most adorable picnic basket, the cutest checkered blanket. I am most prepared. Now for the sandwiches. For myself, I will unravel the mysteries of the tuna sandwich. For Valerie, unfortunately for the cat princess, she failed to gather initial intel on the basics of non-mammalian diets. What do the inhabitants of the lettuce kingdom eat? They drink tea. They're mostly humanoids, so surely it's not just sunlight. I'm suddenly excited at the prospect of learning something new about my future betrothed, but for now this cannot do. Normally I would glean some information by entertaining her with riddles, but such short notice I would have to adapt to the situation. I could pack different ingredients, make a sandwich quickly while I distract her with my beauty. Yes, I will simply bring everything with such choice so I can figure it out on the spot. And in the impossible situation that makes something not to her liking, I can just make another one right then and there. It's perfect. After hedging her bets on her improvisational skills, she heads out to the kitchen with her basket full of ingredients. Aesop carefully approaches the front door of the cabin, weapon in hand. Before taking another step, a voice calls out to him from inside. I can see you out there, don't be shy. It's been a while since I've had guests. He hesitantly enters the abode. A woman before him greets him in a warm voice. What a cute little creature you are. What brings you to my place of residence? Her eyes scan him up and down. I assume this isn't your final destination. There's a sense of urgency about you that makes me think you aren't staying for long. She's also very adorable. That's right, I'm on a quest to save a princess. As all great heroes must go on, I take it your journey is going well so far. You have all your limbs still after all. A creak in the front door makes Aesop turn aside. On the door stands Rover. Don't mind me, I just saw you walk into the witch's den and I got worried. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're both still very much alive, so it's not my time to shine just yet. I'm not in a rush. Decay is a patient beast after all. For now, I can offer you both refreshments if you'd like, unpoisoned, of course. Sorry, I'm just here to ask directions. Do you know the way to the Cat Kingdom from here? Can't your friend help you? He most certainly knows the way. I don't know if I can trust him just yet. Let me get a closer look at him. I'll be the judge of that. You don't seem very trustworthy yourself, you know. My, a gross little thing, aren't you? Pardon, are you talking to me or the rabbit? Why, you, of course, my little cat, if I can call you such a thing. How long have you been wearing that form? It can't be good for you long term, surely. I don't know what you could possibly be referring to. We're not here for any of this. We're here for a safe passage through your swamp. My swamp? You talk as if I own it. It's the other way around, darling. The bog owns us all here. If you stay here long enough, that is. For a short journey, you'll be completely fine. Just head east from here, follow the path in the direction you wish to go. The witch points to the trees just a little ways away from her cabin. In the distance lies a signpost with the names of the closest kingdoms. It's probably what we're looking for. Well, thank you for your time. Oh, and before you part, take one of these each. Rover's already halfway through the door when the witch calls out. She reaches down in the cabinet beside her and passes 2 vials of strange liquid. You'll need to drink these before entering the cave, if that's where you're heading. Great, now we're beginning witch potions. Enough of this, we're leaving now. But what about... It's time to leave, little rabbit. Now, right now. Rover pushes Ace up at the door and away from the witch's words. Potions sounds a little foreboding. The sun is high in the sky as Patricia lugs her heavy picnic basket across the castle grounds. I think perhaps here is a good, your fellow highness. I'm really fine with anywhere. And if you need help carrying the basket, I don't mind. Yeah, nonsense. I carry everything, don't you worry. But yes, here will be the perfect spot, I think. She sets the basket down with an earthy thunk. It has just the perfect amount of sun, and the lack of sun, that being in the shade, of course. The view is superb, with just enough of a pleasant breeze, and so I deem this place to be good enough for our picnic, yes. She unfurls the picnic blanket and gestures to Valerie to take a seat. Patricia sits down beside her, pulling out the different ingredients from the packed basket. First bread, which she watches for Valerie's reaction. Valerie gives a slight nod, encouraging her to continue. Do not worry, my dear Valerie, for I have packed the finest of basics. I have beef, chicken, tuna, lamb, salmon, all the richest meats the heart could desire. Whatever you would have, I would have them here in this basket. What would you like upon your sandwich? I think I might have tuna. Are there no vegetarian options? Oh, vegetarian. Yes, of course. Remind me of what that word means, if you could. Someone who eats vegetables, my dear cat. Oh, let me see. Panic expression grows on Patricia's face as she realizes she hasn't packed anything but meat. Excuse me. Yes, of course. I will go and get you some vegetables right away. Patricia scrambles up in the picnic basket, but dash full speed to the kitchen to find something suitable. Valerie tugs at the bottom of her dress to stop her from running off. Oh, it's quite all right. I can fix this predicament myself, don't worry. Valerie reaches around the back of her head and plucks a lettuce leaf to put between the 2 slices of bread. There we go. This will suffice plenty. Will it? Yes, by removing the biggest leaf, it allows space for smaller leaves to grow. This way I can recycle any nutrients I might otherwise waste. It's the most efficient way of doing things, you see. I do see. Fascinating. It's very genius of you, dear princess. I'm in awe of your brilliance. If only I could eat my hairballs. Just as back down, amazed by the lettuce princess's resourcefulness. With lunch disaster avoided, they continued to enjoy the time outdoors. The rabbit and the cat reached the entrance of the cave system. Why do I feel like he looks more like a dog than a cat now? I thought maybe he was just a bushy-tailed cat, but I'm like, I don't know, you don't look that, you look more like a canine than a feline to me. And his name is Rover. A short trip through here, and we should be on the border of the Cat Kingdom in no time. Lead the way. Trusting me now, are we? It's usually wise to trust the wise woman's words. Since she said you were okay, I'll trust you for the time being. That's all it took. I feel like I should be taking some offense to you trusting someone like that over me. Whatever, I'll take what I can get. Actually, while you're answering my questions, I have another. Why don't you just take a carriage? Surely that's easier than all this nonsense. True heroes do things the old-fashioned way. Kid, if you're hurting for money, I don't mind lending you a couple bucks. Okay, let's go. Aesop takes the vial the witch had given him and downs the content in one gulp. Are you not going to drink yours? Absolutely not. I'm glad you didn't collapse on the spot after that. Still have my reservations. Such as? Well, I suspect it won't agree with me. I'll leave it at that. Now then, if you're ready, your princess awaits. Rover dramatically bows and leads the way into the underground tunnel. Trisha waves her servants over to deal with the nearly untouched picnic basket. The two princesses continue their walk. I'm quite pleased with how the picnic lunch has gone. Wouldn't you agree, dear Valerie?
Yes, it was lovely. The bread you provided was very soft.
As are many things at the Cat Kingdom, like the picnic blanket we sat upon, yes?
Yes, that was lovely too. I do love the flowers you grow here. You have quite the range. It's quite magical. I'm surprised to find such a well-equipped garden in an ancient such as this.
I like how the bushes are cat-shaped. Oh, well, I took a keen interest in it when a little back, shortly after my trip to the Lettuce Kingdom. I was captivated by a certain something, and I felt a need to mirror such beauty in my own home. I'm sure my efforts pale in comparison to the real thing, but I still tried.
It's like a little slice of my own home. I'm quite appreciative. A nice addition to a fun day out.
You know, I also have magical evening planned as well. Don't think the day is over just yet. Something so impressive would be nigh impossible not to fall in love with me upon its grand reveal. Or so I've heard. Whoops, my cat.
I'm looking forward to it then. I wonder what could be so impressive.
Valerie smiles in such a way that makes Patricia's heart skip several beats. Yes, of course. Pressure to deliver on such a high promise is beginning to dawn on her. Aesop wandered for a moment before entering the cave. How would the two of them navigate without a torch? He found his answer immediately as they stepped inside. A dim light emanated from the cave as they went inside. It came into view that rocks themselves glowed. The crystalline structures that jut out from the rocks shine the brightest. Aesop walks up to one intrigued. Careful now. I knew a guy who licked one of those on a dare. Got real sick after that, and well, I wouldn't recommend touching them is what I'm trying to say. Aesop heeds the warning and backs off. Still, it's a beautiful place. Haven't come all this way in a long time. They carry on for a while, enjoying, but not touching, the sights in front of them. The path opens up and away to an area not fully of crystals, but of giant spores. Oh, these weren't here last time. By the way, are you feeling dizzy at all? Little Rabbit shakes his head. Really nothing at all? If anything, I feel better in here than I did in the bog. The air was so thick there. Maybe I need to take a break. Ever since I came in here, I feel a bit nauseous. Maybe you should have taken your potion. Probably the stale air, too much time outside, and now I'm feeling sensitive. He takes another look at the large spores. I wonder if these things have anything to do with it. He walks up to one, examines it for a moment before collapsing on the ground. Outside the cave, Rover finally comes to. Oh, where am I? He jolts up from the dirt path outside the cave. I pulled you out of the cave after you fainted. Really? Okay, well, thanks. I appreciate it. Wait, what's that horrible taste in my mouth? Did I throw up? I gave you the witch's potion. Figured it would help. Looks like it did the trick. Rover panics as he looks over himself for any signs of change. Upon finding none, he lets out a sigh of relief. Thanks for the help. Don't know what would have happened if you weren't there. Actually, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been in there in the first place. He sits back down, realizing how exhausted he feels. Okay, enough's enough. I'm calling for a carriage for the rest of this journey. But, save it, I'm not walking another step. We'll suffocate back there. It was poisoned. Whatever it was, I'm not putting myself in any unnecessary danger anymore. Consider this your reward for dragging me out of there. Fine. Patricia walks in the ballroom, looks over the decorum one last time. The stage is set, music is playing, the guests will arrive soon, the buffet is primed and ready. She looks everything over, nodding at each of her servants as a sign of her approval. Yes, perfect. Everything is going according to plan. I have kept my dress lovely and clean throughout the day, so it will suit me well for tonight's event. It's a shame I could not procure a spare gown for our dear lettuce princess, but no matter, she looks lovely no matter what she wears. I need to make a good impression. Surely this will all suffice. She paces around the room a couple times before gathering courage to show Valerie. Okay, everything should be ready now. Enough now. She wanders the hall for a moment and finds Valerie sitting again in the sunroom with a cup of tea. There you are, my dear captive. I have something most grand to show you.
Oh, the surprise you talked about earlier?
Why, yes. I'm glad you were listening, my dear highness. Let us not wait any longer. Let me show you the great surprise. She pulls Valerie away from her tea in a hurry. Valerie doesn't get much time to protest. Patricia takes Valerie's hand and leads her through the large doors into the ballroom. Valerie gasps in awe at the sight of it all. Patricia is pleased with such a reaction.
What's this? Some kind of event?
Why, yes, my dear fellow princess, very perceptive of you. It will be a ball, you see, held in a ballroom. Very devious of me, no?
It's certainly a sight to behold. You must have put a lot of effort into this.
Planned months in advance, my dear highness. Everything perfectly calculated. It goes without saying that I expect you to be in attendance, if you don't mind, that is. I'll give you a couple of hours to get ready. All guests have yet to arrive, but then the merriment shall begin. Patricia bows before slinking away, leaving the lettuce princess to get back to her tea. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that, but this story is very cute. I would like to see where all these characters end up in the end. I will leave a description, a link in the description below so that you can finish this tale on your own as well. Please support the developers, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you're working on anything this upcoming week, don't forget to enjoy the process, stay warm out there, and happy February. Bye now.